And then I also have this other background image that I was working on. We're gonna give this or put it on our HTML. We're gonna make this JPEG because a PNG is really big, and we're gonna reduce the quality of it down to. This is just some grunge effect that I made. You can make it with some Photoshop brushes, or just type in a grudge image online and maybe copy and paste it of some sort. But the most important thing that I'm having here is all the way at the bottom, it fades out into one color. So this one color is this. So it gets dark to light, and all at the bottom is a solid color. That's important. So we're going to save this. I'm doing the shortcut key. You guys want to do File, Save for Web and Devices, a JPEG. Save it as something small, like 40%. That's only 22 kilobytes. It's pretty small. And we'll call this HTML back, and we'll put this on our HTML. Oh, we don't want to save that. You can actually give your document two backgrounds. So right here we have an HTML, and it covers the whole document, and nobody really notices to put a background on the HTML. Usually just put a background on the body, but we're putting a background on the body and the HTML. So it's kind of a cool trick. So you get two backgrounds. We're gonna give it I'm just gonna copy and paste this line here. And I'm gonna put HTML back, and it is a JPEG. And we don't want to repeat this Y. We want to repeat it X because we want it to go across, back and forth, horizontal, and not vertical like this drop shadow I have here. If you can't see it, this drop shadow. So let's make it repeat X, and we'll give it that color that it faded out to, which I deleted it, so I'm going to bring it back up here. That color is this color. So I'm going to copy that color. I'm going to put that color right here. Cool. So now I got this cool background color. I got two backgrounds. It looks pretty sweet. And it's always in the center of the page. Even if you made this really small, that image always repeats itself. So that's awesome. And then maybe we don't want to scroll down into this one color here. We want more of this image all the time. This is optional. You could say, at the end here, we could just say fixed. And then it would just always stay at the top. You would never scroll down. Like this background never moves, just that this page moves. Which gives it kind of a cool effect. And I think that's about everything. Here's our cool site. Got a cool backgrounds, cool image here. The only thing I'd suggest is making this header 1 here, H1, a logo. So I'd make it an actual picture by doing that. I'm just gonna make a cool picture, some picture real quick to show you guys the right way of making an H1 tag. So we'll give it a width of like 300 and a height of 50. Never mind, let's give this 2. And we'll say our team site. I'm not gonna make this look cool. I'm just gonna show you how to put a picture in here. You can style it, do whatever the hell you want with it. I'm just going to show you the right way to incorporate it into your website. It's going to look real generic. I'm just gonna throw. We're gonna make it white so it blends in with this background. So then we're gonna save for web and devices. File, save for web and devices, and I'm just gonna make a PNG file because PNGs recognize transparency. So I want this logo to be transparent. PNG image in here. So my awesome site, you'd actually want this to be my team site or whatever your website's called. Because when the Google bots and the search engines search your site, they'll see this H1, they'll read this tag, they'll immediately know what your site is about. But we don't want to display that text, we want to display the picture that we just made. But we want to keep this text here so it knows what your site is about. A search engine doesn't know any information about a picture, but it can read text and know what your site is about. So we're going to give this a background image URL dot slash to go into our images folder and get the logo dot PNG, and we don't want it to repeat. Alright, we'll just do that. And we want this text to go away, so we're going to say text indent negative 9999 pixels or some high number to get that text off the screen. And we want to display block because this is now a picture, and we'll give it a height of 50 pixels because that's what our picture height is. And it's being gay. Let's see why it's messing up here. We don't need a hover effect anymore. Probably because I don't have a width on it, I guess. So I'll give it 300 pixels width. Let's see if that works. Oh, there it works. This was actually 200, I think. And that was the only problem. I didn't give it a height and a width. So here's our team site. Notice when you click on a link, you get these little, let's see if you can see it here. This little border, that's kind of gay. You could just give, say outline, none. And then when you click on it, you don't get that little dumb highlight over it, which is totally optional. And that's how you make a cool game website.